happy Wisdom Wednesday. Thank you so much for tuning in and for choosing to spend some of your time with me. It's your girl, Milagros here. And today so we're going to get right into it. Last week I did this training and this woman approached me afterwards and I talked about my ELF policy because I was sharing about how we can infuse fun into our everyday task, right? How can I make this more fun? And I've talked about this in my video a couple of times. And I have this thing called the ELF policy, and it came from my core values. And I just like the word policy because it feels like official. Like that's my policy. And when I meet new people and I invite new people into my life, because that's the truth, right? We get to choose who's coming into our lives and how long they're going to stay. And we get to kind of like teach them what we're about and where our values are and where we stand and so on and so forth. So anyways, when I invite new people into my life, I am very clear about my ELF policy. And I might not like come out and say like, this is my ELF policy, please sign here. But I have this way that I talk about it. And the ELF is easy, light, and fun. And so now I would love to say that I do this 100% of the time, but that would be a lie. And one of my core values is honesty, so I'm not going to lie to you. But the truth is that most of the time, I live in accordance with this policy. And I always ask myself, am I adhering to the ELF policy, right? Is this easy, light, and fun? And if it's not, can I make it easy, light, and fun with a shift of my perspective or my mindset by including something that's a little more energetic or fun, or maybe adding some music, right? It's amazing what music can do. What can I do to ensure that this space in my life feels easy, light, and fun? And so that's my policy right now in my life. It wasn't always, because there were times in my life, as there may have been or may be in yours, where you're like an activist and you're on a mission and it doesn't always feel like fun. But is your policy to represent love and to educate, right? Like I have this LE policy, whatever, and it's about love and education. I'm operating first from a place of love, and then I'm educating people about, ignorances, about things that need to change, and so on and so forth. What is your policy? And when we talked about this, these women were like, oh my gosh, yes, thank you. And they were writing out their policies. So I wanted to share that with everyone else and say, no, really, what is your policy? If you journal, even if you don't, maybe you just get a postcard. What are the things right now to you in your life? And it's your policy. You get to change it whenever you want, right? But what is it about your life right now that you want to make sure that you're bringing and you're being intentional about bringing these components into every space of your life? Personally speaking, I had a pretty rough childhood. My 20s weren't so great because I was in the midst of a depression from the pretty rough childhood. And when I started to finally work myself out of all of those spaces, I had to decide, like, what is that going to look like for me? I'm tired of the fight. I am. I'm tired of, like, going in and smash. Easy, light, and fun. Easy, light, and fun. I want it to be easy, light, and fun. And if, again, I approach it and it doesn't feel instantly easy, light, and fun, what can I do? I take personal responsibility, right? Because we can't give that to other people. What can I do to bring ease, to bring light, to bring fun into the space? Am I aligned with love? Am I keeping it light and easy? How can I make sure that this doesn't feel like an exorbitant amount of pressure and ridiculous expectations that aren't real or sustainable? Right? What am I doing to bring that energy of easy, light, and fun, that ELF policy into this space? And then here's the thing. I had to go to a place. I'm not going to get into details. But when I walked in, the space was gossipy, and the way that the people were talking and what was happening in that room, I instantly felt like a bridge closed, like, right? And I could feel it happening, and I thought, no judgment, because there was a time in my life where I would have been sitting in that circle with them, kind of gossiping and doing that thing. And we use it as a tool for bonding. And I would have been there, but I'm not there. That does not feel easy, light, and fun. I cannot be here right now because there's no amount of light that I can move into this space and force them. No. So I can't be here right now. So I showed up. I heard what was going on. I went to use the bathroom, and then I excused myself and I left. I don't have to explain myself to anybody. I don't owe anyone a justification or an explanation. I get to live in accordance with my values and my policies, and that's for me. Because when I go to bed at night and I check in with myself, I go, did I live in accordance with love? Did I live in accordance with peace and fun and gratitude and, honest? Did I do, and responsibility? Did I do those things that I say are my core values? Or did I allow circumstances to pull me away from those? Did I adhere with my policy, right? So I did like a pivot turn to the bathroom and I'm out, right? So we get to decide. You get to decide. And if other people's feelings are hurt by that, that's on them. That has nothing to do with you, I promise you. And it has everything to do with them. You just become a representation of something for them. And that's where they get all kinds of, I can't even think of the word, like this, you know what I'm talking about. Yes. So what's your policy? What should be your policy? And I would recommend that you even put it in the comments, like say it out loud so that you can have some accountability, right? I'm not going to hunt you down and be like checking in with you to make sure you are adhering to your policy, but because you put it there, I'm going to give it like a thumbs up or a little heart or whatever. And then it's just a way for you to keep yourself in check, because that's really what the super sparkly everything life is about. It's about taking personal responsibility, owning your life, every area of it, and deciding if I want growth, if I want expansion, if I want greater levels of love, what do I have to do to get there? And the truth is, you already know the answer, right? The answers already live within you. You just have to tap into that. So what is your policy for your life right now at this time? And keep in mind, again, you can change it at any time. What is your policy? That's what I have for you today. That's my ending question for the month of June. Carve out a policy. Use July to settle into it, and then start proclaiming and declaring it if you want, or if not, just start living it, right? And if you need help doing that and you're not really sure how to do that or what that would look like for you, I'm also a life coach. Holla at your girl. I do also want to say that during the month of July, I am on hiatus from all social media. So although I will be posting because I can pre-post, so I'm loading everything up for the month of July. So I'm still going to be on there inspiring you, sharing videos and things like that. But I will not be available for the back and forth banter, communication and stuff during the month of July. So if you need me, you can email me at supersparklyeverything@gmail.com. And that's all I have for you today. I hope that you have a great rest of your week and weekend. I hope that June ends with a sense of a little more clarity, and that July starts with a new policy, or maybe an old policy that you just didn't even know it was your policy. But now when you declare it, you decide it, you put it out there, it feels more concrete and more real. Because we have to create standards almost for our lives. And I get to decide, this is my standard is love. And that's where I'm going to err on the side of love. And that's where I'm going to be. And if this doesn't adhere to my policy and easy, light, and fun and love, I ain't got no business being here. And that's for me to decide. What's yours? All right, that's all I have for you. Enjoy, enjoy, enjoy. I love you, and there's nothing you can do about it. Peace.